Hi, it's Gary. Welcome to today's video. Ink comparison day. Our inks we're going to look at today. We're going to start with Diamine Tranquility. This was part of the 2023 ink event calendar. And I thought, what better to go up against this than Oster Tranquility. Two very different inks, but they share the same name. I thought that'd be a good comparison. So join me now, down on the table. We'll take a look at the ink swatches, we'll look at some chromatography, I'll do a writing sample with them, and then I'll give you my thoughts on these inks. Here we've got today's inks. Look at the difference in size of these bottles. We've got the Inkvent ink here, Diamine Tranquility. This is a 12ml bottle. Next to that, we've got Oster Tranquility, so there we got on the top Tranquility. 50ml bottle. They look different in terms of the size. You know, little and large is definitely here. Let's move them out of the way. The bottles don't tell us much. Let's fetch in the swatch cards. So we've got Diamine Tranquility and we've got Oster Tranquility. Two inks, same name, very different colours, very different properties. With the Diamine one, so we've got this, I want to say it's like a pinky purple. But what we've got here, you can see this gold. This is a chameleon ink. Just see how that catches the light where I've got it on thick. Really nice. I quite like it. That goes up against Oster Tranquility. So this is like a, I want to say like a tealy type colour. Got to be honest, one of my favourite inks, this. I love the colour of this. Let's turn them over and we'll look at the chromatography. So again, two very different inks, two very different chromatographies. So it's mainly pinks here with a hint of purple at the top, and I see a bit of yellow here in the middle of the Diamine Tranquility. With the Oster, we've got greens. Then at the top, we've got this blue, and I'm not sure, but sometimes if I can get the light right, I see a very, very faint red at the top. Let's move these out of the way. We'll fetch in the notepad of testing. Here's the notepad of testing, Oxford Optic paper, beautiful paper, 90 GSM, really nice and fountain pen friendly. My writing tool is my Serendipity dip pen. This has got a broad Yoho nib on it. So we're going to start with the Diamine Tranquility. So as you can see, a chameleon, so we've got that all down there in the bottom. I'm going to give this a good shake, agitate the bottle, get this all up into suspension. So there we are, that's all gone now into suspension. Just give it another couple of quick shakes. Off with a lid, and in goes the dip pen. So we've got here Diamine Tranquility. So I've checked out the prices of these on the Cult Pens website. The Diamine Tranquility is $27.78, that's Aussie dollars, for a 50ml bottle, which works out at 55 cents per milliliter. The pen, as I said, is a Serendipity dip pen. We'll write our sentence. Made meets make a toxic brew for the jovial queen. And then, just to finish it off, let's just scribble there. There we go. Going to step away from the desk and give this pen a clean. Then when I come back, we'll take a look at this because of that chameleon, and then we'll write with the other ink. Just dropping in to interrupt your regular programming. Would you like to help support the channel? If so, please consider joining as a member. As a member, you'll get early access to my videos. I normally upload them a couple of days before they go out, and as soon as they're uploaded, they'll be released to members. There'll also be a shout out at the end of the videos, and then as we get the members coming in, we'll actually chat among ourselves and work out what other perks, what other things you'd like me to add in. You know, would you like maybe a monthly live chat just for members? All down to us. So please, if you can, consider joining the channel. A link will be in the description down below. So I've given the pen a clean. Let's take a look here. You can see loads of that gold there coming through. Absolutely gorgeous. So we've got that lovely background, then we've got that gold popping out at us. Hopefully this is coming through on the camera. Time to do our writing now with Robert Oster Tranquility. So I'll follow the exact same process. I dip the pen in, I scribble off on a little bit of scrap paper to take the worst of it off, then I come down and I write. So we've got here Robert Oster Tranquility. Going to go on to the next line for the pricing because this is a longer name. So for a 50ml bottle, you're looking at $32.57. As again, this is from Cult Pens in the UK. So that's for 50 mils, which equals 65 cents per milliliter. So slightly more expensive. The pen, Serendipity Dip Pen. Can't spell Dipity. Dip Pen. Our sentence. And then we do our little bit of a scribble. This ink seems to come off the nib better. It seems a bit wetter. Going to move this to one side, give that a chance to dry. Whilst it's drying, in comes my Gale and Leather notebook. This is 52 GSM Tomoe River paper. What I've done is written with both the inks in the same pen, which is the Pilot Prera with a medium, Japanese medium nib. So starting off with the Diamine again, we see loads of that gold coming through. It's a fairly thin line, but we still see plenty of that chameleon. Very, very nice. Looking at this, we've got some nice shading coming out. It looks really nice. Not 100% certain if it's a colour I would buy a full bottle of, but with these little 12ml bottles, I think it's quite handy. Just go back a couple of pages. Here we've got the Pilot Prera with Robert Oster Tranquility. I just love this colour. I really do. And I'm going to be a bit biased. It's my favourite colour of the two, and certainly one of my favourite inks, full stop. Nice colour, nice smoothness. It does come off the pen a lot easier, even in that Pilot Prera. It's just a really nice everyday ink. If I fetch it here so we can see them side by side. So again, same pen. I think the line here on the Robert Oster ink looks a bit wider. I did notice that when I was doing my writing sample. I think that's because the ink comes off the nib a lot nicer. So let's move that out of the way. Let's fetch back that optic paper. So they've both had a time to dry now. It's hard to compare them really because they are very different colours. I'm only doing this comparison based purely on the name. Very personal choice. I like the Robert Oster one. I know I've said it a few times. There will be people whose preference is for the Diamine one, which is brilliant. That's how it should be. Say that Diamine one again. I'm just going to show you. Hopefully the camera catches it. That beautiful chameleon. But I would like both the inks. I say this Tranquility, not exactly my colour. I'll use this because it's in the bottle. I'll use that, but I don't intend to buy a 50ml bottle. With the Tranquility from Robert Oster, I'm about halfway through the bottle. And this is one, when this runs out, I'd be more than happy to buy another bottle of this same ink. It's just one I really like the colour of. So these are my thoughts on 2 different Tranquility inks. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Have you got either of these inks? Have you got the Inkvent one? What do you think to the Inkvent calendars? I really enjoy them. Please drop your comments down below. Let's kickstart that conversation. Please hit the thumbs up button. Every time you like, every time you comment, just helps with the YouTube algorithm. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so that you can get new videos as I release them. I'll talk to you again soon.